Hi everyone, my name is Eric Koshinsky from Freedom Flow Marketing, and if you run a business in the installation industry, then this video is for you. And because at Freedom Flow Marketing, we only work with installation businesses, we were able to really spot the differences between the top 1% business owners in the installation industry versus the other 99%. So here are 4 things that you need to do in order to become a top 1% installer. So first of all, the biggest difference that we were able to spot between the top 1% business owners in the installation industry versus the other 99% is having a predictable client acquisition system. So here are the things that you should not do if you want to have a predictable client acquisition system. So first of all, the majority of business owners in this industry, unfortunately, still to this day, rely heavily on referrals and word-of-mouth marketing. They also depend on things like live events or networking. They depend on organic social media posts, job boards, or partnerships. And even though all of those things are great, this is not. This has nothing to do with having a predictable client acquisition system. So what is a predictable client acquisition system? And looking at this funnel, you can see a simple step-by-step process where at the very top, so if you look at our clients, or if you look at the top 1% business owners in the installation industry, you can realize that those people can invest a certain amount of money every single month into something like Facebook ads and generate a predictable amount of leads. And so they know when a month starts, when it's the first day of any month, they know that if they invest, let's say $1,000 into paid advertising, they know how many leads they will have by the end of the month, and they will know how many leads they will generate every week and every month. They will also understand what's the cost per lead, and they will also understand how many of those leads will convert into consultations, and then how many quotes will be sent to those people. And they will also know how many leads they need to generate in total on average in order to get one sale. And also on top of that, they understand their costs at every single level. So they understand the cost per lead, they understand the cost per consultation, cost per quote, or cost per customer acquisition, which is sales. And if you look at those previous client acquisition methods, none of those things are possible with those things that I listed right here. You cannot post on social media and have predictability. You cannot go to networking events or live events and have predictability, because it's impossible to go to an event and know for sure that you will generate 10 leads from that event, and that from those 10 leads, you will get one sale. It just does not happen. So another thing that you must do in order to become, to get into that group of top 1% is to reach out and follow up. And let me explain what I mean. So one of the biggest differences between those who really achieve success with paid advertising or in business in general is that they do not wait for leads to book calls with them. So once they start generating leads, doesn't matter if it's Facebook advertising or social media advertising or even referrals and word of mouth, those unsuccessful people, they usually generate some sort of interest, and then they do not follow up. So they will get a question on Monday, and it's clear that the person is relatively interested in their business or their services, and then another day goes by, and instead of following up with that person, because obviously they are busy, they have jobs, they have lives, they have families and their own problems, those unsuccessful installation business owners, they just sort of wait for those people to get in touch with them instead of actively reaching out to those people and staying top of mind. And another big thing is those successful business owners, they do not wait for leads to reply to their quotes. So whenever they generate enough interest and whenever they have a lead that's interested and wants to get a quote, they don't just send that quote and wait for them to come back to them. They always follow up within 24 hours or 48 hours. And that massively increases the chances of moving that prospect from that quote stage to a agreement signed or a successful installation stage. And lastly, those people do not rely on, those successful business owners, they do not rely on prospects remembering about their business. So very often, you have a prospect who is somewhat interested, but maybe 3 months from now, or 4 months from now, or 6 months from now, and they are still a valid prospect. It's just that you have to invest a bit more time into building that relationship with them. And from what I've noticed, the majority of business owners, they just forget because they don't really have a way of saving those leads anywhere. They don't really have a way of getting an automated notification or a reminder to follow up with those people. And it's just very difficult if you don't have a proper system in place to remind you about those crucial activities. And here is what you should do. So if you do want to get into that group of top 1%, you should reach out fast. So if you get a lead who is interested, whether that's an email inquiry or a message on social media or a lead generated from Facebook advertising, don't just wait for them to go through your entire sales funnel, and don't wait for them to reach out to you. You should reach out to them fast. Ask them if they need help. Ask them if you can book a consultation. Provide as much information as possible and help those people make the right decision for them. Then you obviously have to follow up regularly. So let's say someone said they are interested on Monday, and then another two more days go by. You don't just wait for those people to make your job easier. You follow up with them. You make sure you move them from one stage to another until a successful consultation is booked or until an agreement is signed. And that leads me to the next point, which is, do not let anyone take control of your business. If you don't actively reach out to your leads, if you don't follow up with those leads regularly, if you don't remind those leads of your business 3 months from now, 6 months from now, until they become a client, you basically hand the entire control of your business over to those people. And this is obviously not what you want. Another point, which is the third one, is build a strong online presence. And really, in order to stay out of your competitors, you should be doing those 3 simple things. So remember that very often, no matter what your client acquisition is, whether it's word of mouth, whether that's paid Facebook advertising, people will be checking out your reviews. And one of the most common places to check reviews is Google Business Profile. So if anyone Googles you, you should make sure you have 5-star reviews on your Google Business Profile. You also should regularly post on social media about your recent installations. Now, I don't necessarily say make a post every day or every other day. Simply, as soon as you have a finished, successful installation, just let people know, and also make sure you have a decent website. And if you are wondering what a decent website is, a good rule of thumb is that if you build it yourself, it's probably not good enough. The fourth point is live inside your CRM. And let me explain what I mean. So if you don't have a proper CRM, which stands for customer relationship management system, your business is like that leaky bucket. So you constantly pour your time, your energy, your money into that bucket. And because it's leaky, it doesn't really help you generate any more revenue. So in real life, it basically looks like this. You have quotes all over the place because you have people reaching out to you via WhatsApp, via email, via Messenger, via Instagram, all of those social media channels. You also have unanswered questions from like 6 weeks ago because someone sent you a DM on Facebook and you missed that notification. You also don't do any follow-ups because you don't have a system in place to help you do those follow-ups effortlessly, basically. And also, you have reviews or social media comments that have not been addressed. So someone leaves a bad review and you don't address that bad review, or someone leaves a question under one of your posts and you don't basically answer, which looks really, really bad because it makes you look like you don't really care about building a relationship with customers. And so if you do have a proper CRM in place, all of those areas can be managed effortlessly. So you can effortlessly have a sales pipeline where you move prospects from one stage to another. You basically have a process in place to help people go from one stage to another. So let's say someone sent you a message on Facebook and they are somewhat interested in your services, but they want to learn more. So you have a system in place that's automated to some extent to get those people to schedule a consultation with you. Once they've booked a consultation with you, you can automatically send out call reminders to them and notifications to you, and also both you and them will have that event added to their calendar, which just makes it much easier to stay on top of those things. In the same platform, you also have your reviews, and you can you can automatically reach out to clients with finished installations, asking them for reviews. You can also effortlessly manage your social media channels, so making posts as well as replying to messages on platforms like Facebook or Instagram. you have one hub that contains all of incoming messages. That includes email, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, SMS, and so on. And you can also manage your website in one place. On top of it, you also have automated notifications, calendars, automations, and more. And so here is what a good CRM should look like. And if you don't have a CRM in place, again, your business will basically look like this leaky bucket. You will be missing opportunities left, right, and center, and that will, and your revenue will be a direct reflection of that. So I'll definitely do spend some time setting up a proper CRM, because that's another thing that's another big difference that we've observed between those top 1% integrators or installers compared to the other 99%. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. And for us at Freedom Flow Marketing, all of those things covered in today's video are the minimum acceptable standard for our clients. So those things that are common for the top 1% business owners in the installation industry are actually common bread and butter for us. And you cannot be a Freedom Flow Marketing client without having all of those things set up in record time. So if you are interested in us setting this up for you, just simply go to this website, freedomflowmarketing.com, and simply schedule a no obligation consultation. I'm sure you have some questions. I'm sure you have some concerns. We have plenty of case studies that we want to share. So don't hesitate, book a call with us. Like I said, it's a no obligation call. So even if we don't end up working together, at least you will learn how we work with clients. Thank you so much, and subscribe to this channel.